First, I just want to say thank you for this honor. It's surprising for me. I've always been a pretty humble person. Never really looked for the spotlight. And my brother asked me this question for this event, so I thought I would think about it and let you guys know how it happened. He asked me, he said, when did you know you were good? And I said, well, I wanted to think about that, and I turned it around. And I said, I figured out when I was able to compete. And that happened when I went to, I was in junior high. I was in science class, and I had made the track team and all. In fact, I was sitting in science class, and over the loudspeaker said, Darwin, come to the office. And I was like, man, I've never done anything wrong. I'm not a great student, so no, it's nothing like that. So anyway, when I got there, Coach Kraft was there, and he said, did you bring your running shoes? And I said, sure. I bring my shoes every day to run. And he said, well, okay, we're going to, Linview. That was the name of the place. We went there. And we ran a dual meet. Anyway, put me in the 100. I won the 100. He put me in the 200. I won the 200. Actually, James Henry was the one that got sick on that day, and I took his place, and I won the long jump. So I said, wow, you know, I really wasn't an athlete. I just thought I could run. And then after that, we had another dual meet, and everybody was saying, oh, don't worry about it. Wait till Tommy Alterman gets out here, everything will be straight. So when we had the next dual meet, I was scared. I was like, this Alterman guy. Oh my God. So anyway, we're in the long jump. I beat him in the long jump. He got second, beat him by a couple of inches. Then we got in the 100, and I thought he was going to be fast because I'd seen him play basketball, and he was very good. Anyway, I beat him pretty bad. It was like, and I said, this guy's not fast at all. So that was kind of a confirmation that I could compete. Then they had the Kingsport relays. And we're at the Kingsport relays, and I won the long jump that morning. And then in the afternoon, won the 100 and the 200. And that's when I started jogging. And this is going to tell you something about the people in Kingsport. Not a lot of people jogged at that time. So I would be out, and I'd be jogging out toward the Eastman Ballpark where we used to play baseball when I was little. And this couple stopped and they said, honey, do you need a ride? I said, no, I really don't need a ride. I said, I'm just exercising. She said, are you sure? We'd be happy to give you a ride. I said, no, ma'am, it's good. But that's very nice of you. Anyway, after that, I met this guy. His name was Dan Crow. And I was at the track meet, and I had broken my ankle trying to play football. And he came over, and he put me in a whirlpool, and I didn't know what no whirlpool was anyway. Put me in there, and he said, you're going to be a great 440-meter man. I said, why would he be talking to me about that? I've never run that race. So the first time that I ran that race, I beat everybody by 10 yards, and I was surprised. I was like, wow, this is something I can be good at. And I think that's something that kind of was a revelation to me that told me that I could be pretty good. So every chance I got, I relished it. Like, it was like, you know, when you're running and you're doing things that you love, I always liked that whistle in my ear when I ran fast. So that was always the thing about it. It wasn't about winning or it wasn't about losing. I figured out I could compete. And that's all I ever wanted to do. Because in football, you gotta have a coach who's gotta evaluate you and tell you if you're good. And, you know, sometimes there's politics involved in it. But when you line up to race somebody, that's it. There is nothing else out there for you. So anyway, when I figured out I was good, I went to Atlanta on my first plane trip with Dan Crow. We had all these guys from all over the Southeastern Conference. They were all state champions at 400. I got there, I was so scared. I was scared to death. So in the prelims, I ran, and I set the national record for guys my age group. And that's when I knew I was pretty good. Anyway, I won't take up any more of y'all's time. I'm really appreciative of this honor. Thanks to the Lord. Thanks to the Almighty for all of us being here during these turbulent times. Because it's really a blessing to see people out again, just able to talk to one another and see one another. And this is what I will leave you with. Always be kinder than you feel. And always remember that kindness is always beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Darwin. And Nikki, I didn't see you back there.